Hey there viewers, welcome back. So a little bit of a show and tell here for you today. Something maybe you guys have never seen before, just an old vintage electronic. It's not an ESC, it's a electronic throttle here by ROBART. Now these weren't real popular back in the day. Really honestly, this is the only one that I saw. I never really saw them advertised in any of the magazines back in the day. Picked this up at a hobby store. I don't even remember what I paid for it. I don't think it was that much. It might have even been used. Heck, I don't know. But I upgraded to this from, like, I think it was a high-tech ESC, the one that had all the big gray heat sinks on top of them. It was huge. And I upgraded to this thing. I think I ran this in a Raider and actually my Ultima until I finally upgraded to the Novak. I mean, you had to get one of these. They were awesome. Just the look of them enough made you want to buy one. This ESC, this electronic throttle, is pretty basic looking, but it always ran really well. Still got the original manual for it, and it is kind of neat, kind of a vintage look to it here. You know, it's all in English. There's not 15 languages in it or anything like that. It's all in English. It's got a on the back of it here, it says, for warranty, send the unit back to St. Charles. There it goes. I think St. Charles, Illinois. So I think these are made in America. Could be wrong, but anyway, the instruction manual is pretty neat. You know, I don't know if these were more geared for. I mean, it has a boat in here, has an airplane in here, and it has an RCcar in here. So, you know, I don't know if these are meant more for aircrafts and boats. What amazed me on this was, if you look at the specs on it, it says it will handle 35 volts, which is crazy. Like on the Novak here, I think it would only handle 10 cells, which would be what, 12 volts? So it has a lot more voltage capacity than, say, the Novak or even some of the other speed controllers back in the day. It doesn't have a lot of, looking at the specs here, sorry if I'm hopping around a lot, but it only has about a current, a maximum surge current of 70 amps, where the Novak, I think just the T4 had 176 continuous current amps on it. So, you know, the Novak could handle a lot more continuous amps than this, but for me it was never a problem. I don't even know if back in the day if 70 amps would have been a problem. I don't think anything would have been being pulled that high. Maybe I'm wrong, but it always seemed to handle everything that I threw at it, which was 8.4 volts at the highest. So anyway, pretty neat little unit. You know, it's big compared to the Novak. You know, it doesn't have the pretty little heat sinks on top of it, but it's a pretty big unit compared to the Novak. But you know, back in the day, everything was pretty large, so it always fit. It fit in the Ultima pretty well. You know, it has a low profile. You know, since it doesn't have the big heat sinks on it, it did sit down low in the you know, on the chassis. So again, pretty neat. It does come apart too. See if I'll set this down. I may have to stop the camera here real quick. To take it apart, pretty simple. Just pop it out of that case. It just kind of sticks in there by friction, really. There you go. Just pops right out of there. So as you can see, it's not waterproof at all, which is kind of strange because they advertise in the manual. They show it going in a boat, which I would think that if you got any water on this, it would be rendered pretty much inoperable real quick. So, excuse me. So anyway, yeah, I guess that'd be kind of neat if you had it in the car and you had a double-sided sticky tape down and you needed to pull the guts out of it. You know, I don't know, for cleaning or whatever, but then you could at least just pop that right back in there. So kind of an interesting design. So on the side of this is where you adjust for your neutral, and that's not reverse, that's for your RPMs. So that's your throttle adjustment there. Still got the original adjustment screwdriver there for it. So your adjustments were on the side of it, and the connector there is on the side as well, so you plug that into your receiver. So pretty simple unit. So it looks like this came in 3 different versions. I'm not exactly sure what the difference is. This manual here doesn't really say what the difference is. So I believe that the back of this, on this case here, it did have a sticker on it at one time, but I've taken it off of there. I think I had some double-sided sticky tape on there to hold it down, and I think it just ended up pulling off. But yeah, it came in 3 different versions. What the difference is, I am not sure. Alright guys, that's going to wrap up this video. Just a quick trip down memory lane here. So if you guys have seen this ESC and you're familiar with it, I'd appreciate some comments down below. I'm sure maybe there's people out there that know more about this than I do. But anyway, if you guys like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe. And I appreciate you guys all tuning in.